Hi, my name's Marion Calmer. I farm in Western Illinois. I'm also the founder and the owner of Calmer Cornheads, and today it is a delight to have Gavin with us. And he knows an awful lot about YouTube and being a social media star, and I know like nothing about being on social media. But anyway, we've gotten to know him well and using some cornheads from us. So which part of the country are you from?
I'm northeast Missouri. Yep.
Okay.
Farm up and down that whole eastern side of the board, and
Family operation handed down, or you started from scratch?
Started from scratch in 2017 when I was a freshman in college.
Wow, good for you. About how many acres?
This year we're going to take out about 1,700 of my own, and then my right-hand man on the farm, he's got 400, so we'll do his also.
Oh, that's fabulous. So a couple years ago, you decided to take a shot on running a Calmer cornhead.
Yes, yeah. Went full head in with 15-inch corn. Wanted to try it out, and Calmer's pretty much the cornhead to go to if you want to do narrow row corn. So,
Good.
Really liked it.
That's good. Did you have any test plots out? Did you see any yield advantage, or what were the upsides to 15-inch corn?
Agronomically, I liked it a lot. The trouble was in 2023 in Missouri, it didn't matter what row spacing you were on, the corn was terrible because of the drought.
Mm-hmm.
So we did do some side-by-sides, and that 15-inch corn held on longer than the 30-inch.
Good.
But none of it was great by any means.
Sure.
But I really liked it, and the weed control was amazing.
Yeah, that was the one thing I noticed doing 15-inch corn was weed control, erosion control.
Yeah.
And in my part of the country, 10 bushel yield advantage was you could count on it. But it seemed like the more stressful the growing season, the more marginal the soils.
Yeah.
Then that's where it really would shine.
Yep. And we've got a lot of clay hard pans in Missouri, and it goes from good ground to bad ground really fast. So it was nice. It kind of evened everything up, and I don't know that it. If I would have done it for multiple years, if it would have brought the top end up more, but it definitely brought the lower end up and averaged everything out a little better.
That's good. About what population were you running?
We were running anywhere between 30 and 32. I didn't go too wild raising my population real high because I just wanted to watch one variable at a time.
Yep.
And that variable happened to be the row spacing. So
Good. That's good. So is there a downside to 15-inch corn?
the downside that I found out with our operation being spread out so far north to south, if I needed help from a neighbor getting finished with harvest or something, someone to swing in and do an 80 for me, nobody else is on 15-inch corn. So I would have been in a pickle. So I'm back to 30-inch just because it is nice to know somebody else can harvest my crop if we end up late or broke down or something.
Now, what kind of planter do you run?
This year I ran a Kinsey 3600 for corn and beans, and then also we restored a John Deere 7000 8-row. An old 50-year-old planter, looks brand new, and we used it on corn also.
Oh, that's great. Did you do any modifications to the metering systems in the Kinsey planter to get it to handle, or did it do okay for 15-inch rows?
No, it was. We didn't do any modifications at all. Just pretty well basically stock, vac meters and everything.
Oh, good.
But yeah, it just dropped the seed in there.
Okay,
So.
that's great. So now this year, you're on to 30-inch rows.
Yep.
And how's crop looking for you folks?
Really good. I think we've lost our top end though. The corn might have eked out okay. It's going to be above average. I don't know by how much. The beans are falling apart though. We haven't had measurable rain in about 4 weeks.
Oh no.
We threw the book at it all summer. It was looking great, looking good. Ran the fungicide and the foliar feed, and then as soon as we did that, the rain stopped. But that's farming. August it gets dry, but yeah. Hopefully they'll be all right. We could use a little rain though.
So you got 30-inch corn and 15-inch beans.
Yes.
This year. So
Yeah.
are you able to run both planters in the spring then?
Yeah. We'll run both of them on corn, and then we'll pull that Kinsey off since it's got the interplants and throw it onto beans.
Yeah.
So.
Now you don't have Grace with you this morning, but you put her in one of the planters and you run the other one.
So Grace, she loves tillage. She likes working the dirt. So she worked a lot of dirt down in Kentucky this spring. But me and Jaron that works with me, he planted a lot of the beans. I planted a lot of the corn.
Yeah, it makes it go a lot faster because in our part of the country, people are starting to plant beans first.
Yeah, and the early beans are.
Yeah.
I like that.
Early beans, good yields, and everything else. So you're excited. This will be your first year with a 30-inch Calmer cornhead? Second year with a 30-inch Calmer cornhead.
Yep. And I like both the corn heads, 15 and 30 inch. They just chewed up that residue and turned it to confetti. I used to try to VT my stalks before I planted beans. I don't do that now. They've melted down so much in the springtime through the winter.
Right.
We just go right into them. We slice in. I'm not even running a coulter on my Kinsey planters. We're just using the double disc openers and going right into that residue.
Oh, that's great to hear. With the BT choppers on there, do you have any issues at all with it wanting to blow or anything, or you leave the stubble stand that kind of helps catch?
Yeah, I leave the stubble about as tall as we can reasonably leave it, and yeah, we just rock and roll through the field. It's so nice. I like it a lot.
That's good. At our place, we try to leave 12 inches of stubble, and then if you get some dry weather and some windy days, the leaves and the husk are something that would want to blow.
Yeah.
But the confetti, I tell everybody, just like you said, it hits the ground, and Dave Hula said, well, it's almost like a little bit of rain, and then it just sticks there.
Yeah.
And he said by spring, it's just melted down, decomposed, and we're feeding, the animals in the soil, the earthworms, microbes.
Yep. So in 2023, that 15-inch corn, there was not much residue because it was a drought. We had a lot of 80 bushel corn. So, I mean, no tilling of that was nothing. Last year I was worried because we were taking off 250 and 300 bushel corn in places.
Oh my.
So this spring I was sweating a little bit thinking, man, I hope this works as good as it did in that 80 bushel corn stubble, and it did. I mean, we got perfect stands across the board of beans.
That's good to hear. Yeah, I have a lot of people around the country, they're expecting a big crop this year, and they're worried about the residue, and I keep encouraging them. I said, if you run our stalk rolls, it'll chew it up, and it'll melt down. Now, do you run much corn on corn at all?
A little bit. I mean, just this year was like 15 acres, almost nothing, just to get some little patches in the same rotation and even some fields up.
Yeah, we're hearing from University of Illinois. They do research on continuous corn, and they ran our BT super choppers against John Deere's stalk roll, and then they follow with tillage down there. But they're consistently showing yield advantages to having it chopped up into confetti, and their data right now, they'd be 9.8 bushels better.
Gotcha.
With using our stalk rolls to get the material to decompose versus John Deere leaving it in longer pieces.
I see.
Things like that. So that's a big thing. We noticed a lot more corn on corn around the country this year. So how you getting along with ground speed and as far as trash intake to the combine? You able to book right along? And what combine are you running?
So that first year on the 15-inch, we ran an old Case 2188, and we're going to run those again this fall, 2188 and a 1680. Last year, I leased a rollover 23 model Gleaner.
Oh, wow.
And I really like the Gleaner. For a new combine, I like the Gleaner a lot.
Good.
But I'm running the older stuff just because of crop prices. So back to the old red ones, they both do a great job. And I like the calmer corn head compared to my older Case 2208. It seems like the head moves a little bit slower, so I don't get near as much butt shelling with the newer head as I do the old red one. So
good.
Like that a lot.
Well, that's good to hear. Well, we're honored and flattered that you decided to choose to run our corn heads. And we're honored that I think the two of you are going to do a meet and greet here today.
Yeah, Grace and I will be here from 11 to noon, so hanging out.
Well, maybe we'll let you wear some of our little foam corn hats.
Heck yeah.
That'll attract a little bit more attention. But from us to you, congratulations to both of you on all of your success.
Thank you.
And what you're doing for agriculture to make more people aware of how farmers operate during the year.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You betcha. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you, Marion.
You betcha.